As you walked away, I called out your name. It was at that very moment I knew I would not be the same. You left me broken all alone, and now you will not pick up your phone. Did you think that would get me feeling down? No, that made me drive all around that old small town. Did you think I would drown in your pain? Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. As you drove on by that old glowing neon sign, you see me walking in with someone new. You thought you left me broken and alone, waiting for me to pick up that damn phone. Did you think I would move on? It was a new day you left for me tomorrow. Hell to the no, let me explain. I drove up to that old dive bar on the corner of a new tomorrow. I thought I was going in to drink away my sorrows. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long. Instead I danced the night away. Boom bopping, bar hopping, body rocking, foot stomping all night long.
We're just going to cut it there because I'm a little excited about today's live. I'm going to do some different things. I'm going to ignore the drama. I don't think, much like Lady Orr and Holler and how I've dealt with them over the past 4 years, is I just ignore them. They're like yapping trap birds, and I'm not going to deal with that. Mama Bear chose sides. I don't have a side. I don't like people that fuck around in marathons when it comes to stolen money and things in a missing child's case. And I don't know how many of you remember going way back. I stuck around to keep Summer's name out here by investigating on my channel the marathon. Lady R is part of that. Lady R promised to put messages out between her and Squall. I think she should put her messages out with Q Carlock and John Carlock and Tiffany Marie and everybody. I don't think none of it should be a secret. There's a missing child at the end of this case, and there were a lot of locals that were at the time trying to sue me with people like Lips, and that's proven. People trying to overdox me, sending police to my house, calling CYF, which is what we call it here in Pittsburgh, on my children. Hey, Angie's life. Lady R and all of them are a part of that. For me, I have no trust and faith. And when you give them wrenches and call me and act like a fake fucking friend and then turn around and do what you did to me yesterday, you lost my trust. I got no love, and I don't really give a fuck what you do with the rest of your fucking life. Have fun fighting with Uber or whatever it is you do. I'm here for information and not to cause drama and distraction. And you're just as guilty as they are, Mama Bear. So, my opinion. Anyways, moving forward. Oh, I felt it. See, that's how I do it. I keep the people in here. You could feel when something's off. As a creator, you could feel it, but until somebody does something fucking shisty, there really ain't shit you could do about it. But I'm one of them motherfuckers that I act and ask questions later. I don't ask questions and allow somebody to fucking fuck me over 2 times. I let Lady R fuck me over 2 times. However, as Lady R came back into my chat a couple weeks ago, I also told her I don't fucking trust her. I made that very fucking clear. They're like little fucking baby birds in a fucking nest. Here comes the vulture coming to fucking feed them. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's my opinion. I don't play that shit. I've been through too much in my life to play fucking games with these fucking idiots when people can see it a mile away. Others seen it a mile away. You think I fucking didn't? It is what it is. That's life, like Mac Miller says. All right, moving on. You know how I connected We Can Bring You Hope to my town? I'm going to go over something today, and it's probably going to dox my locals, and I don't give a fuck. I had them rate them. I've been talking to them, and I'll show you who hates me and who loves me, and I'll give you the list of fucking my enemies because we can go toe to toe. I know as much about their lives as they know about mine, which is why on my Facebook ain't nobody from my hometown fucking saying anything, and more people are coming out and starting to talk. And I'm going to show you that today. But in particular, there was a bar in my neighborhood that was closed down, and I want to explain to you why I shared it and what I see when I see this news broadcast. I'm going to explain it to you the way I explained it to my husband, who for some reason heard all my stories but doesn't believe my motherfucking past. And I've been proving him wrong because I'm a little relentless on my motherfucking Facebook and see if I give a fuck, come get me. To my locals. Maybe I was a little more badass than I'd like to fucking admit when I was younger. Maybe I was a little criminal ass fucking teenager. Maybe I did do the back and forth where one day we're friends and the next day we're fucking enemies. Maybe I do have a group of friends that I would protect through fucking thick and thin, and I still stick with them people. And maybe I'm still about to put a little bit of their names out and a little bit of fucking information and show people how setups are fucking real in life. And how some dumb motherfuckers named Stacy talks about a lot of shit like exploiting a rape that I went through as a child. Because I was a little bad motherfucker and some girl fucking set me up. I'm going to show you how real my life is. Just by doxing these motherfuckers I really don't fucking like. Take me to court, dispute me. See if I give one motherfuck. I'm also going to show you how it's very possible there might be a hub in the town I grew up in. And how a man 2016, somewhere between 2016 and 19, tried to kidnap a girl from Kentucky. And I'm going to explain that building to you and my experiences in the motherfucker. As I explained to you, well, I hope I had a hand in getting that motherfucker closed down. And Greg Sikowski, I dare your bitches to come at me. Bring it to YouTube. Come on, Nolder. Come on, Janine. Barb, you was my girl, man. One of my besties. You would have come out here and start yapping your fucking mouth. We could start with the glass eye. You know what I'm talking about. Then we could take it down to fantasy boats and rate the fucking chuggers. I'm speculating. I can only tell you what my truth is and what I know from growing up. I'll dox the fuck out of the town I grew up in. Promise. Come fucking get me. Moving on. Before I show all you that. Something no, actually, let's just do it fucking first. This is the bar. It's called Chuggers. It opened up in Glassport around the time a boat shop went in. A couple years later, another bar went in. It was called Johnny K's. Johnny K's got closed down. My mom worked at Johnny K's. She worked at the Stadium Restaurant. Just a couple things in this town I'm going to tell you about. The Glassport Diner. My grandmother sat in the Monterey bar all the time playing the machines. Best friends with like one of the higher politicians over there named Peppy, who would later die in my husband's arms as my husband worked at Unimart. Not my husband I'm married to now. However, there was this big fat perverted fuck named Fuzzy that used to stand outside the Unimart and grab my tits and act like he ran the town as he stood there with a cop named Sean DeVerse. They kind of took the town over. I guess they thought they were big and bad because Fuzzy was, in my opinion, a fake ass fucking biker, drug runner. Piece of shit. He's a Gauker. He would be somebody related to Ernie. However, I love his family more than life itself. His stepdaughter, Sherry, was my best friend growing up. To be honest with you, I keep telling you all that this guy named John that I showed pictures of was my first boyfriend, but that's not true. I had a crush in third grade. But he was like my best friend, and then his cousin Sherry moved in. His name was Bobby. We called him Booby, but he was related to all of them, and their family really did take care of me, so much so that I ended up working with some of them years later, right around the time that I got my snow addiction. That's what we'll call it since we're having a blizzard. I was in my early 20s and I worked at a place called Winter Haven with Teresa from Unmasked, actually. She was my boss. She hated me. She was jealous over some dude named Sean Irvin because we were friends. Never fucked with the dude. Never nothing. But anyways, enough of that. Let's go into this building. I'm going to get my mouse up here. You see, right here's the entrance to the bar. This bar used to be bustling with business. It had a couple rug busts in it over the decades, big ones, that was put on the news and things like that. And everybody thought this guy was really cool because he was running like a YMCA setting where he would let all the poor junkies of Glassport live up in the apartments upstairs. They were all one room. And every single one of them was fucking perverts. However, my first husband left me and I started seeing this guy named Bob Scott. Now, Bob lived in these apartments right here. At first, I thought Bob was cool. He lived right in the first two windows closest on the second floor. At first, I thought Bob was cool because I kind of knew him my whole life. He used to be married to this lady named Luann, who was like one of my mom's best friends. He was a little older than me. However, as I started like seeing this guy, I wouldn't even call it dating. I just started hanging with him. And as I started hanging with him, he started feeding me the snow. And he would tell me where the snow came from, which was right in this door right here, right? However, the whole fucking town knows all about it anyway. So it's not really such that big of a fucking deal because everybody knows about this because the guy that runs the bar in this town, I have shown you before, was best friends with the guy that ran this boat shop, who I believe my father was friends with because his friends from Southside, Mark. Hi, Mark. You out there used to work there. And so did somebody I considered my foster father, Blake. But, anyways, when I was about 13 years old, there was a group of girls, and I'm not going to say their names. You know what? Just let me read my Facebook. Let's click out of this. There was another guy that lived up here. His daughter, a few years back, like right around COVID, sent me titty pics, and she was trying to send them to an underage child that was a friend of mine that lived all the way over in the city, and she shouldn't even have known her. It was the oddest shit, and that's how this could connect to judges, but we'll leave that for another day. Um, that's on the side door if you look real close right here. Yeah, hi Dana. How you doing? Not the Dana I think is in Ziggy's chat, just to get you caught up to date. This is another Dana. We'll call her Dana S. Her dad, everybody thought they should be fucking scared of him and shit. Okay. Oh, that's funny. How did I do that? I skipped right to Cuggers. All right. Oh, wait, real quick. So before we do this, missing teen from Kentucky found in glassboard home, man facing charges. So what we're going to do is, hold on, see if we could pull that up on YouTube. Oh, what do you know? We'll watch a few.
Tonight, a teenage girl reported missing in Kentucky, now found inside this Glassport apartment building. Police say the suspect drove hundreds of miles to meet the girl.
And then cut off an ankle monitor that she was wearing. Channel 11's Aaron Martin is live tonight.
Wait, I forgot to tell you the most important story. That guy, Bob Scott, I was seeing. So I forgot to finish that. He used to walk me through the fucking alleys and tell me I was too beautiful to step on the main streets. And I wasn't allowed. And Sig told him that I shouldn't be out on the main streets because I was too beautiful and my skin was flawless. It was the weirdest fucking shit ever. And all I wanted to do was get away from this guy. But do you know what it's like to be addicted to something when somebody gives you something freely? So one day I go to the guy's apartment. He's dead now. He passed the fuck away. Thank fucking God. But one day I went to the apartment, and the two apartment windows that I showed you, this motherfucker, he didn't order me or anything like that. But he locked me in his motherfucking apartment for 3 days and told me he was going to come back and I was never allowed to leave, and left me a fucking bucket because it was a shared bathroom with a million fucking men. He padlocked the door from the motherfucking outside and left me in there for 3 fucking days, and I was in the window screaming, help me. People were just fucking ignoring me. Like it was all good. It's okay. Just lock this girl in a fucking apartment for 3 motherfucking days, right? Yeah. Like, what were y'all gonna do with me? You got me really fucking thinking about some shit when we watch news stories like this. Let's see, 6 years ago is when this happened, 2019. So, like, 2 years before COVID.
With how police tracked her down. Aaron?
Lisa and David, this actually started off as a conversation on Instagram and quickly escalated from there, turning into a 10-hour drive all the way to Kentucky. And tonight we're learning why conversations between the victim and investigators could lead to more charges against the suspect, Rory Shelton. A missing girl investigation in Paducah, Kentucky came to an end 600 miles away inside this apartment building on Monongahela Avenue in Glassport. It's where investigators found the missing 16-year-old with 56-year-old Rory Shelton yesterday.
I've seen him walk past all the time. We speak, he says hello. He seemed like a very friendly man to me.
According to the criminal complaint obtained by Channel 11, Shelton told investigators he met the teenager on Instagram.
Too friendly. I loved Rory. Rory was a family friend, and it was something I never would have fucking expected from this man. He used to be related to this lady named Dora, and some Dora from Glassport, McKeesport just passed away, so I pray it isn't her. I'm not sure. But I used to sit at the bar with Rory and drink. He never made no passes at me. I never in a million fucking years would have imagined that this man would have all kinds of porn in his apartment, much like the people in Ben Hill, like Frank Light, and things like that. And then you got this guy's daughter sending me her tits trying to catfish a friend of mine's daughter from a whole nother part of the city. They shouldn't even know each other. Right? And then you got Bob Scott locking me in here. And then you got Sig, who I'm just going to fucking say it, and I don't give a fuck, take my channel down. Trafficked about 8 of my friends. I'm going to say between 5 and 8 of my friends. I have the list. I'd have to really sit down and think back. One as young as 10 years old. And I knew about it. However, I was 13 and I didn't know what to do with that information. I was too busy on the riverbank with my friend Brian Janicki, who also knows all about this because all the boys in Glassport knew about it. And I'm going to fucking blast them because I've had enough. Even the cop over there knew about it. See, the guy at the boat shop was taking these girls that you see the bike. That's the kind of town I grew up in. All right. So all the guys from this fucking boat shop was taking these girls down to this place called Dawnsies. It was a bar in Pittsburgh, and then there was another one like it. There's one on the boardwalk and one in Station Square, and I knew all about it because my friends told me. Now, my friend Lisa, who's missing, was part of them girls, and I'm going to say it. She's a victim, and maybe I shouldn't, but being she's fucking missing, and I think all this can connect to her being missing, and that I found somebody else from this very little town in Kingsport on the very day Layla Santinella went fucking missing. And I got 5 lawsuits placed on me and people playing fucking games. There gotta be a fucking reason for it, right? We can bring you hope, Roxanne DeFelice, board of directors of the 501c3 also in this fucking town. Oh, I could go much deeper, but that would definitely get me killed. We could go the McKeesport route if you fucking really want to. I could tell you where it connects, how it connects, what Bodzer was found down in Pittsburgh with a 60-year-old man. Funny, being fed to him from the same people the girl from that side door was catfishing me from with her fucking titties. You see, I turned it all in, and I think that's why my Facebooks are gone. I think the feds all have that information because I was covering this shit on YouTube, so I'm not really a snitch. Y'all just connected to the right motherfucker. If this is what I'm thinking on my speculation channel is true. considering I grew up in this motherfucking atmosphere. Right? Let's listen to the news stories. We're going to go through a few of them.
Last week, he rented a car and drove to Kentucky to pick her up. She was wearing a court-ordered ankle monitor from a previous incident, which Shelton told police he cut off of her ankle before they drove back to Glassport. As of right now, those are the only charges he's facing. After initially telling Glassport police he didn't know the victim, Shelton admitted she was in his apartment when confronted again. The complaint reads, quote, "She was found inside the apartment completely naked. While at the hospital, the female stated to Glassport police that she and Shelton were getting married and that he would protect her. Legal experts say more charges are possible, particularly if investigators determine the two had sex. Neighbors told Channel 11 Shelton confided in them that he was lonely after his girlfriend died, but they didn't expect anything like this.
It shocked me. It makes you want to hold your babies closer. You know, it's really scary. You never know who, like, someone's true colors. It's crazy.
And we're told by investigators that they'll soon be taking that 16-year-old back to her home in Kentucky. Reporting live tonight, Aaron Martin, Channel 11 News.
Let's go back to my Facebook. Am I up here? This is my friend Carrie. Carrie actually has a connection to Tennessee. Hold on, I'm on here. She's going to come on my channel one day. She's been going through it. Her cousin Ray, somebody who I used to be pretty close to, I covered, has a cousin down in Tennessee, which is really weird because he was killed by guards in the Sullivan County Prison. I covered that. My heart bleeds for her. She was extremely close to them, and it was her brother, Ray's brother, who I was close to, who was killed. Anyways, you hear her saying, "Is that on the main street?" I put, "Yes, this happened a few years back. It's where Rite Aid used to be on 7th. I remember this place, such a sad story. One I am glad is closed forever, girl. I could tell you many." Here's more about Rory. This is more the police found on Rory. You see, that was the initial news reports. It grew, and the police hid it much like they hid my fucking missing friend, Lisa. Pittsburgh, PA, a resident of Glassport, PA, has been sentenced in federal court to 87 months in prison to be followed by 5 years of supervised release on his conviction of possession of material depicting the sexual exploitation of children. United States Attorney Cindy King Chung announced today. United States District Judge Robert J. Colville imposed the sentence on Roy Shelton, 59, formerly of Glassport, PA. According to information presented to the court in May 2019, a 16-year-old female went missing from her home in Pudach, Kentucky. An investigation traced the girl to Shelton's one-room apartment in Glassport, PA, where the female was found to be staying with Shelton. Subsequent search warrants for the apartment and Shelton's cell phone revealed an extensive collection of child sexual abuse material, including prepubescent minors and sadistic and masochistical conduct. Sexually exploitative images of 16-year-olds were also discovered. The 16-year-old were also discovered. Shelton was convicted in Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas for his conduct related to the 16-year-old girl and is serving a state sentence of 36 to 72 months of imprisonment. Judge Colville ordered the federal sentence to run concurrently with the state sentence. Assistant United States Attorney Lee J. Carl prosecuted this case on behalf of the government. United States Attorney Chung commended the Federal Bureau of Investigation and Allegheny County Police Department for the investigation leading to the successful prosecution of Shelton. This is my friend Dana. This is another Dana. We had a lot of Danas in Glassport. I love Dana. I love Dana. Her last name's Hicksenball. Please write her. Tell her I dox her. See if I give a fuck. Anyways, my daughter's first teen relationship was with his son, RJ. I dropped my daughter and RJ off to this man's home many times, not knowing any of this. Dana, it goes so deep. Running my YouTube, I connected these sick fucks all the way to Tennessee. I loved Rory once. He is a pig. He deserves much more. We should chat one day. Keep your baby safe over there. She puts a heart. Lisa is gone because of them and I want her home. She protected me once and I owe her. She didn't know which Lisa I was talking about at first. I put, I don't know. She put, I don't know, but Lisa, however, I won't say her daughter's name, stop communicating with them people altogether when all this started coming out the light. Correct. She is missing. Glassport kept it a secret. Well, not really missing. She's hiding now from a bad man. And her family said, I'm going to take him the fuck down so she can come home. Come fucking get me. Wait till I find out who the bad man is. He ain't met Crystal motherfucking Stanley yet. I promise. And I fucking mean that. I'll come out here acting like a fucking hard ass. It's worth dying for. This girl protected me many times in my fucking life. And now I'm going to be here for her because I know what's been happening to her since she was about 15 fucking years old, you pieces of shit. Dana writes, thank God my kids are grown. My son lives in Florida. My daughter and her kids live with. I know there's a lot more to this story. What's your YouTube page name? I want to go over these videos. And I sent her that and she put, thank you. I put, I know. I feel like I haven't seen you and your sister in a lifetime. I will definitely let Mike know. That's her brother. I hope all is well with you guys. I put, Shannon is bad, Dana, because of these same fucks. That's my sister. Here you go. Dana writes, I kind of know a little about that, only because of Amber Bailey's situation. That's another case maybe we'll go over one day, since I think it's because of her brother that she's no longer on this earth. Okay. I see them on my way to work. I seen them on my way to work once years and years ago. I stopped about a block away and cried. I've prayed for them ever since, even for Amber now that she's no longer with us. That's a tough stop for sure. Dana, go check out my other post. Stacy on there exploiting my rape. Mike may have had something to do with his own sister's death. In my opinion, it's because of him. So as you can see, I'm saying the same shit on my motherfucking Facebook that I am over here. Where these people are, and you're going to see their hair in a minute. She puts, I just wish I had known it before it was too late. I was always right around them. I could have at least tried to make it better. But wait till you read what they said about me and Shannon. Funny shit. Crystal, rise about that BS. You know you and Shannon and the truth. To me, you're not wrong for putting all this out there. I put love you and need the support because I'm bringing Glassport down till Lisa comes home. Promise. Let me come back to my chat. Help out there for what? None your business. What addiction do I have besides smoking weed and drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes? You're welcome to send me a drug test. I'll take one. My addiction is raising my family, my YouTube, getting this information out here. I guess when my own locals confirm what I'm out here telling you, you don't know what to do, right? But let's continue. Lordy, this is why I said go check my Facebook. Alright, let's find the next one. I tagged Stacy in this. This is the cunt. I put your cunt and I tagged Stacy. Stacy Cregan. Hi, Stacy. Kisses to my bitches. Alright. She's in the comments. Thanks, girl. I strive for that title. Your mama still regrets you. This is how childish this is. I'll explain Stacy in a minute. I put good. I regret her. She was a whole ass embarrassment. Should have met my daddy. Truth. So two embarrassing ass people made you and you think you're normal. Tag one motherfucker who knows you in real life that actually likes you. Oh, I did. But hold on. Oh. Where'd all the comments go? I swear she commented on there. Here's some more. Did she delete all her comments? No, you didn't, Stacy. I think I saved a couple. Oh, here's one. Hold on. Oh, she didn't. Did you see me go live, Stacy, and delete them? Hold on, there has to be more. Where's that one? We're going to get to the good one. It was this one. She took it off. You fucking cunt bag. I guess we're not going to be covering all the shit she said. I'm going to have to go check my screenshots. Because the dumb bitch must have seen I was going live and went over there and deleted everything. After she seen Dana on here confirming shit about her old man. That's funny because the shit was just there. Hold on. My brother-in-law and all. Hold on, it might be a different post. You're funny, girl. You're funny as fuck, so why don't we just tell them who you are? Stacy Cregan is a girl that now fucks my brother-in-law. Okay? But she used to be married to this guy, Mike Cregan. Well, I guess they're still married because she's with them Monday through Friday. And then my brother-in-law sends with his millions because he was a contractor for the government. So every weekend he'll send for her to come, but he got AIDS from my sister. Like, no fucking shit, and it's some crazy shit. But anyways, in my opinion, I think Mike's doing the trafficking thing, Cregan, with his wife, and she was denying it, but it's funny as fuck. So here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. Hey, yo. At Stacy Cregan. Why you delete all your comments? Everyone over there already saw them, and I am all up on the tube speaking. Come grab a link. Trash. Oh, I spelled everyone wrong. Let me fix that. So as you see, I don't fear a damn motherfucker in my town. As Lip said, they all hate me. No, right now they fear me, and I would have shown you that had Stacy not deleted all the fucking comments, the little bitch, because what it did was delete all the other comments and the tags she told me to tag people in. Hey, Todd Tom, how are you? Y'all should really pay attention to my Facebook. This is funny shit. Hold on, let me go through my notifications. Oh, here we go. Hold on, let's see. There's the cunt cake one. You fucking cunt cake. Oh. Here we go. Ah, did I find them? I found some of them. Scott Aslowski is someone I know. He writes fantasy boats. I put where the Glassport thrift shop is now. Yes, I put it was a business named Fantasy Boats in the 80s and 90s. He put, yes, I remember. I put, I believe my father supplied that business and Sig back them from Miami, if that makes sense. Did you know Bob Scott locked me on the top of Sig's bar once for like 3 days and wouldn't let me out? I was scared for my life. People call me a junkie. No, not really like that. I was using because Sig supplied Bobby to give it to me. Luckily, I moved. That place is filled with sickos. Go ask Barb. She knew all about the business, or Janine, maybe. Y'all figure out who they are. I want Lisa found safe with her kids. What anyone, I don't care what anyone effing says or does. I'm not letting this go till she's home. Here's Stacy talking about my mom. I want you to see where she exploits my rape. Hey girl, thanks for the tag. It's appreciated. She's a junkie, a prostitute. This is her talking about my missing friend. This is what this cunt's doing. Well, her husband supplied my missing friend, my sister, and many others over in Glassport. And I'm recently just snitched on a whole bunch of people for crimes he committed. And they went down for him. Like real shit. Grub, I love you, brother. Always. Fucking snitch ass motherfuckers. Hey girl, thanks for the tag. It's appreciated. She's a junkie prostitute and I don't even know her, but know this, because every single person who knows her says the exact same thing. I'm not afraid of you. I'm truly not. You cannot hurt someone with lies. So this is just comical to me. You say your mom said I stole her pills. She said I do this or that. I'm such a horrible person. But your mom tells me you lost your child because you smoked crack and weren't good to the kids. And you still had alive. This bitch has been in here exploiting my son's death. None of this is true. We're not even going to read it all. My mom lied. The whole town knows this, Stacy. I've been home raising a family, staying away from the crazy bitch and her crazy kids like my murderous brother. My mom was a bad, bad person, Stacy, very abusive to all of us children, often left us alone, and Glassport raised us. Now the whole town knows this. Ask Blake Brown Sr. She asked me to tag some motherfuckers, so I did. You see these people fucking in my shit denying this? I consider him my foster father, or any Truxell, Bods, or Flanagan you want. My mom was a drunk and a junkie till diagnosed with cancer after being thrown out of a car, and then them finding 8 brain tumors. So by the time you met her, she done had gamma 3 or 4 times. But Mike knows the truth. What is sick is his sister was unalived the same way, and Nikki hangs with the same crowds as Shannon. So I wouldn't be running my damn mouth, because we can go deep if you really want to. You're just a naive girl that loves to be passed around. It's sad, Stacy. I done told you you should respect yourself a little more. Stay away from my niece. So for all of you that don't think this shit is real, what mods? What mods did I come in starting on? I didn't talk about no mods. I talked about Lady R and Heather. They ain't my motherfucking mods. They was the mods in the marathon. You got a problem with that? I can speak about whatever the fuck I want. This is my channel. You don't like what I talk about, you don't got to come in here and troll. And you know what I'm going to say about this, you little trolly troll lady are? Deuces. Hey, Paula. Ask Mike to tell Glassport what happened to Chester, Stacy. Here she goes on about stay away from Sophia. Nothing you say or do can stop me from talking to her if I wanted to. Who do you think you are to tell anyone they can't talk to Bob's daughter? Your scumbag sister doesn't deserve mother title. You're right, she don't. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. Stacy keeps showing your ass, and then here she is. She deleted a bunch of fucking comments. Cunt. Hold on, let's go see what else we got here. Look, I left a whole new post, and ain't nobody in that whole ass fucking town gonna say a motherfucking word to me. We could sit here and wait for this. The bitch really got on there yesterday and exploited my rape in a really bad way, and then said she was happy her husband watched it. That I deserved it. And my friend Lisa, who was trafficked as a 15-year-old child, was a whore bag that sold her body and smoked crack, and she doesn't care that Lisa's missing. Stacy, here's what I'm going to say to you. People are quiet because they know. But I promise you, people love Lisa. We're going to talk about Chester's trip down to what I believe was Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio. And then we're going to tell them why you deleted all them comments, because you're scared they're going to look into Chester's trip, aren't you? I think Chester found something out, as he called me and told me he was being poisoned in Virginia and went to a hospital in Ohio and then went to one in here, Pittsburgh, and I actually talked to the nurse. He wanted me to make the nurse test him, and they wouldn't. It's funny, suddenly somebody who smokes crack and doesn't do heroin dies of a heroin overdose behind my sister's house. The day after, I speak to him at a bar while he's begging me to let the bartender keep him in the bar till the girlfriend that took him on this fucking trip halfway across the fucking country got there, right? So we know who the fuck he was with that night. I'm going to bring this shit to YouTube because I'm loyal to those who have been loyal to me my whole life. And my friends are in fucking trouble. Now, God damn it, I want Lisa home. And I'm not fucking stopping. So you go ask yourself why Chuggers was fucking closed down. Hi, Sig. I love the condemned sign on your door. I promise you, eventually, all these little girls from Glassport over the years that you've been trafficking into your bar, feeding underage and giving drugs to, one day they're all going to come to fucking light and talk about you, you fucking perverted fucking 60, 70-year-old fucking pig who can't marry anybody over fucking 30 years old, right? If this has anything to do with Summer Wells, oh, I promise you, I'm burning this bitch down. Moo. You might see some of my locals. Anyways, we're done with my locals. Please join my Facebook and watch the fucking fun. Tell them all to step over here. I got a link for them. That's probably going to be Stacy or Bob right there. The shared prostitute with AIDS my sister gave her while she sucks on my brother's eggplant penis head. Okay. Oh, look, I gotta... Oh, look. Because I'm done arguing with the retard. So she admitted to deleting her comments. So you just gonna delete... Y'all want to watch a live fight? So you're just going to delete proof of Mike snitching and you exploiting me being raped and talking about Lisa deserves to be missing. You pussy. Wonder why. And ain't nobody in that town gonna say a fucking word. Y'all get it yet? God, let's go right to people from my town. There's this girl named Tony Leschnock. She really fucking hates me, man. Go to her. I promise you, you'll get some juicy shit. It happens to be Mike Cregan's brother's wife. You should do that. Oh, I'm typing in my locals. Rewind, pretty sweet pea. All right. Now we're going to move on. Minneapolis. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hare says people have had enough after Border Patrol shooting. So what I want to do is just give you my opinion on this and get your opinions back. And I know I sound batshit crazy, but I promise you I'm not. Follow my Facebook. You go and watch that town burn. And I'm going to be standing there with the fucking pitchfork. You know what? I don't even care if I get a strike. We're going to listen to a song. I got a song for you, Glassport.
They've been poking at the wolf. Now the wolf got teeth. They forgot I came from fire, and I don't do peace. Cross that line, boy, that's your last mistake. 'Cause I don't want twice, I just raise the stakes. You threaten mine, and you threaten your life. I don't do prayer circles, I return the strike. Ain't no fear in my bones, ain't no backing out. Say my name wrong once, and now I'm hearing it out. I'll burn this bitch down, don't test my flame. You play with hellfire, you say my name. You come for my people, I'll take your crown. I swear to God, I'll burn this bitch down. I'll burn this bitch down, leave nothing behind. Push me too far, I'll lose my mind. You want that smoke, I'll bring that sound. One last chance, burn this bitch down. I ain't violent for sport, but I finish what you start. I'm the storm in the dark, I'm the iron heart. Kick dirt on my door and I'll bury the plot. I don't bluff, motherfucker, I take the shot. I don't fight fair, I fight final instead. Till the whole damn room learns what I said. Protect what's mine, that's a blood-borne vow. Say a word wrong, you'll find. They've been poking at the wolf. Now the wolf got teeth. They forgot I came from fire, and I don't do peace. Cross that line, boy, that's your last mistake. Cause I don't want twice, I just raise the stakes. You threaten mine, and you threaten your life. I don't do prayer circles, I return the strike. Ain't no fear in my bones, ain't no backing out. Say my name wrong once, and now I'm airing it out. I'll burn this bitch down, don't test my flame. You play with hellfire, you say my name. You come for my people, I'll take your crown. I swear to God, I'll burn this bitch down. I'll burn this bitch down, leave nothing behind. Push me too far, I'll lose my mind. You want that smoke, I'll bring that sound. One last chance before I burn this bitch down. I ain't violent for sport, but I finish what you start. I'm the storm in the dark, I'm the iron heart. Kick dirt on my door and I'll bury the plot. I don't bluff, motherfucker, I take the shot. I don't fight fair, I fight final instead. Till the whole damn room learns what I said. Protect what's mine, that's a blood-borne vow. Say a word wrong, you'll find out now. I'll burn this bitch down, don't test my flame. You play with hellfire, you say my name. You come for my people, I'll take your crown. I swear to God, I'll burn this bitch down. I'll burn this bitch down, leave nothing behind. Push me too far, I'll lose my mind. You want that smoke, I'll bring that sound. One last chance before I burn this bitch down. Last breath, last spark, last round. Touch mine once, I'll level the ground. I'll burn this bitch down, don't test my flame. You play with hellfire, you say my name. You push on my family, I'll take you out. I want you once. Now watch me burn it down.
Chief, welcome to Face the Nation.
Good morning, Margaret.
What have you been able to learn about the shooting? Because we did just hear the claims by Secretary Noem and Mr. Bavino and their version of what happened. Do the videos and evidence back up their descriptions?
So unfortunately, we don't have any official information from federal law enforcement about what has happened. Even when our officers initially responded to the scene, our watch commander was not given even the most basic information that is typical in a law enforcement involved shooting, just to ensure that there is potentially no other victims. Since then, the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension responded to the scene at my request. They were blocked from the scene yesterday, but they have since returned to the scene and are now canvassing for additional witnesses and evidence that may be there.
So do I understand you saying that Minnesota has just begun its investigation today?
There were attempts yesterday to begin the investigation. I do not know what, if anything, was conducted yesterday. I do know that while they were at the scene more than once, they were not permitted to enter before the scene then was contaminated.
And
That's what pisses me off. And he's going to talk more about it. Why is it our police officers are not allowed on the scene to protect ICE, to be involved with ICE, to call the shots? Why is ICE out here without police backup? Now we have a situation where the ICE officials or whoever our government is pissed off at this police chief because the police chief won't say that he saw 4 magazines on this guy and this guy grabbed his weapon. I think the guy grabbed his weapon after looking at the videos. I think anytime you go to a peaceful protest and you bring a gun, you're looking for fucking trouble. I mean, that's just morals and common motherfucking sense, right? Like, you want the trouble to happen if you're already there looking for a fight. Now, what pisses me off in my city when we have riots and protests and things like this, you're supposed to be within the 4 walls of where the agents are, whether no matter what law enforcement agency they are, right? You're supposed to be within those 4 walls, not blocking traffic, not closing down fucking bridges. If this guy was reaching for his gun on a federal agent, they had all rights to pew him. That's my opinion, no matter who the fuck he was. He shouldn't have brought a fucking gun like he was a hard-ass little mathematician fucking dork. In my opinion, he deserved what the fuck he got. Because it's unsafe and people actually do bring their children there. What if a child would have grabbed that from your waist? We see that now. My opinion changed overnight. Little 5-year-old was taken from the ICE agents and put in. I was pissed the fuck off at what Ernie said. However, the next day it turns out the parent of the child ran from the scene, leaving her child. That's sick. That's sick as fuck. Who was going to take that baby? You just left your child. Who could have grabbed Alex's gun out of his fucking waistband while you were gone and shot up a whole crowd of people, including themselves. But yet we don't have the police over there running their own damn city because our government's allowing these people to come in and take completely over with no say-so from the officers in our own cities. And what do you got there? Benny was right. I listened to Benny. Where's the Mexicans? Where's the Guatemalans? Where's the Cubans? Where's the Hispanics? What you got there is a bunch of super leftists white people going through these crowds, spitting in ICE agents' faces. But you don't even have the cops there to back the ICE agents up when something like you pull your gun and shoot an American citizen. That shouldn't be happening neither, because we have laws that protect him. Maybe there should be laws that they don't bring these things to function, such as peaceful protests. You ever thought about bringing that up in Congress? And another thing, why do our local officers get rubber bullets and ICE agents get real pews? Had it been a rubber bullet, that man wouldn't be dead and he would have went to jail and served his time for pulling a gun on a federal agent. But let's listen to this.
And for our viewers, Minnesota is a little bit different. There is this Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. That's the state agency that investigates use of force incidents. They are separate from your police force. But from what you have seen in the public space and heard from federal officials, is there any evidence that you know of that Preddy was assaulting the federal officers as the Border Patrol chief claims?
Well, I've seen the videos just as thousands of people around the country have, and the videos speak for themselves. I think it's deeply concerning, the things that are being said. This is an individual that was a city resident. It appears that he was present, exercising his First Amendment rights to record law enforcement activity, and also exercising his Second Amendment rights to lawfully be armed in a public space in the city. So I think very obviously there are serious questions that are being raised. And I think the greater issue is, even if there is an investigation that ultimately proves that at the time of the shooting it was legally justified, I don't think that even matters at this point, because there is so much outrage and concern around what is happening in the city.
What do you mean it doesn't matter at this point? You mean the situation on the ground is already, the impression is left?
People have had enough. This is the third shooting now in less than 3 weeks. The Minneapolis Police Department went the entire year last year recovering about 900 guns from the street, arresting hundreds and hundreds of violent offenders, and we didn't shoot anyone. And now this is the second American citizen that's been killed. It's the third shooting within 3 weeks. People have been speaking out, saying that this was going to happen again. And I think everyone is kind of waiting for folks on both sides to come together and just figure this thing out. This is not sustainable. This police department has only 600 police officers. We are stretched incredibly thin. This is taking an enormous toll trying to manage all of this chaos on top of having to be the police department for a major city. It's too much.
Are you calling on ICE to leave?
We understand that for as long as there has been ICE, there has been immigration enforcement in Minnesota. The problem is not that enforcement is happening, it's clearly the manner in which these things are happening. These tactics are very obviously not safe, and it is generating a lot of outrage and fear in the community.
Let me ask you about what we know, because DHS claims that Preddy had a weapon on him. You said that you implied Preddy was carrying at the time of the incident when you said he was a legal firearm owner with a license to carry. Do you know if the weapon remained concealed, or was it ever brandished?
I have seen different experts and people analyzing the video that have made statements about that. I cannot speculate, but I don't have any evidence that I've seen that suggests that the weapon was brandished.
Okay, because we checked, the Minnesota gun permit rules allow for concealed carry, and there are no restrictions on carrying in a protest. But the Homeland Security Secretary said that he had 2 cartridges on him in addition to the gun. I don't know of any peaceful protester that shows up with a gun and ammunition rather than a sign. The FBI director said you cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of protest. Are they on firm legal ground in Minnesota?
You have a Second Amendment right in the United States to possess a firearm. And there are some restrictions around that in Minnesota. And everything that we see that we are aware of shows that he did not violate any of those restrictions. He is not a convicted felon, and he is someone that did have a permit for the handgun to carry it.
So did he have magazines full of ammunition at the scene? Because both the President of the United States and the Border Security Chief said that he did, and Bovino directly accused you of not saying that publicly. He said the police chief omitted the fact that the suspect had a gun and magazines full of ammunition.
Well, what they are omitting is that they are not sharing any information with us, and that they blocked state law enforcement, which is the agency that conducts the overwhelming majority of police-involved shootings, from the scene. So I don't know how I'm supposed to share information with the public that they are not sharing with us.
So you have not seen evidence that there were multiple magazines, but would it even be illegal if that were the case?
I don't think there's any relevance. If someone is lawfully exercising their Second Amendment right to carry, the only question would be if they were using the weapon for an unlawful purpose.
I want to ask you about some of the things that the vice president also has said about local authority.
In my opinion, Island Diva, it was too many people on one guy. I seen one video. I'm not sure if it's the whole video. I have to really go back and look. I haven't seen it all, but I seen one video where somebody approached the ICE agents. There was another man standing there, and the ICE agents pushed the man to the ground, and it looks like they jumped on top of him. And if that's the case, then the ICE agents attacked for no reason except for him using his First Amendment right, freedom of speech, if he said anything to them going up. So, in my opinion, I think it's wrong on both ends. I think morally, you know not to carry a gun to something like this, but what do you do when you have ICE agents that are carrying real fucking guns? Like, not the rubber bullet kinds and the tanks with the loud sirens on them that push the rioters back, or tasers or pepper spray. These are real guns. Like, it's scary to know that you could bring out a militant organization and hurt our American citizens for doing what they're legally able to do. But it's also, man, millennials, people don't think. What's going to happen to you if you have that gun and they see it? What's going to happen to you if you're in a crowd of 10,000 people and somebody just grabs that gun off your waist in a high sensed area? Carry a taser, some pepper spray. Now, wait, let's finish this because there was one more thing I wanted to talk about with this.
Please. The vice president said that local police have been told to stand down when immigration authorities call 911 asking for help dealing with crowds surrounding them. Were you ever ordered to stand down? Have police been told not to protect ICE?
It is deeply disappointing to have anyone question and disparage the hard work of the men and women of the Minneapolis Police Department. There are 600 police officers that are left here after the destruction of the city in 2020, and they are doing an incredible job. About a dozen of our cops have been injured responding to a lot of the chaos that has resulted on the streets. Our officers respond every time there's a threat to someone's life, to public safety, or destruction in the city. And it doesn't matter whether it's because ICE is there or someone from the community is there. We are doing everything that we can to manage this chaos, but there's only 600 cops here, and there's thousands of immigration agents here.
Right. nearly 3,000, as we understand it. The Vice President and Secretary Noem said Minneapolis is uniquely chaotic, but they also pointed to sanctuary city policies and said that if those policies weren't in place, these are policies that prohibit you from assisting federal immigration operations, that none of this would really be happening. How do you respond to that claim that because of these sanctuary city policies, you are being forced into this position?
Well, there's policies and laws that have been the case here for decades, and it's not on the Minneapolis Police Department or local law enforcement, to hand folks over that are in jails. The city police do not operate a jail. That's at the county level, and the prisons are at the state level. So we are complying with the law as we have been for many years. And I don't know what else could possibly be asked of this very, very, understaffed and overstretched police department.
And now you have the National Guard, I understand, assisting you. Is this sustainable now that you have the Guard supporting you? Do you have any idea of how long these protests will last?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we had to do an emergency recall. We asked for mutual aid from the state, county, and all of local law enforcement around the metro. It was very clearly an emergency, and we requested the National Guard. As of this morning, we have released all of mutual aid as well as the National Guard partners. And it's back to just the Minneapolis police responding to calls and trying to protect the city. But this is absolutely not sustainable. Our cops are tired. They are thin stretched as it is. And we have a job to do trying to keep the people of this city safe.
So before this shooting, CBS reported that there were at least 10 people from the Minneapolis U.S. Attorney's Office who had resigned. We know the FBI agent resigned after being told to stop investigating the officer who shot Renee Good. What is local law enforcement experiencing beyond your officers, but in the U.S. Attorney's Office, in your local FBI?
I mean, the sad part of this is the incredible work that we have done with all of federal law enforcement over the last few years to get real criminals put away, gang members, people that are shooting folks out here, smuggling fentanyl into this city. We've worked with all of these federal law enforcement agents that live in Minnesota. And it's so upsetting to see so many of them disparaged and so many of them walking away, because it is destroying the foundation of addressing violent crime in Minnesota that's produced incredible results over the last few years.
Police Chief O'Hara, we wish you well and peace for your city.
When you have the federal government coming in, right, and they're also committing crimes, and you have two sides, the far left and the far right, it's anarchy is what it becomes, because then you're bringing more crime to the city and you're rising the crime rate. Now, the one thing I haven't seen so far is looting and riot and shit on fire, a few things on fire, some burn barrels and things of that nature. But Benny had a really good shot of a car with only like 30 people blocking the fucking roadway. Like, that's stupid. Why do you do that? People want to go home from work after a long day. You're just causing more chaos. You're causing more problems. Now, my opinion on this. Yes, it's as if they have the authority to do so, and you have to ask why. Like, we get why they're here. We want the rugs, and we want the human trafficking out of our country. We want the gangs out of our country. But not every Hispanic, not every Muslim, not every Chinese person, not every Australian, not every Frenchman, not every British person is here for bad. Some of them, for like Haitians, they're really here for refuge. Their country's a communist country, and it's really fucking bad. And we're the country that should welcome that. However, they have to come in legally. but there has to be a way to get them to safety. There has to be a way for America to help these people, in my opinion. You can disagree with me. I just look at the humanity side of it. There has to be a way for them to put them on, take them to fucking Epstein Island in the Virgin Isles. We own that. Put them there. Vet them as they come in. You'll have less in the ocean bringing the drugs in, and you'll have more people coming here for more opportunity while they wait for their visas. You have people like idiot ass fucking Ziggy and my father doing green card marriages to get them in here. And what that is it's a way to sell humans. When you do a green card marriage, you're selling somebody. You don't know who that young girl or young man is marrying. You're just giving them to a stranger. You don't know that you as an American is putting yourself in danger marrying somebody from the Venezuelan gang or the Sinaloa cartel. Like, you don't know what you're doing when you come into the country and do these fucking dumbass green card marriages. It's not fucking safe. Breaking the law is breaking the law. Sorry, Earl. I'll call you in a little bit, or call me. I'm not going to be on much longer. I do plan on coming back later and maybe covering some summer stuff. I've been absent in the wake of all the backstabbery going on here. And the snow, we didn't know if we were going to have electric. So far, it's pretty good. Y'all want to see what Pittsburgh's like? Hold on. Who's getting snow? What's your snow totals? Here's some live coverage.
Going to Wednesday and Thursday, each of those days we'll have temperatures that will be down near 0 degrees. And as you can see, the best we're going to do for a high temperature over the next 4 days, 18 degrees.
All right, Mike, thank you. We'll check back in with you.
Well, actually, we're checking on all the old people, taking milk and bread to them. And now we're heading to Delmont to see another older lady that's out there that needs help. So we're going out there to help her now.
Yeah, I loved hearing that, really helping out the vulnerable communities who were facing, struggles today too. But as far as Greensburg goes, the public works director, when I talked to him, he said there hadn't been any main issues. Again, just trying to keep up with the roads, but the snow is coming down so consistently. It's been pretty tough, but we're going to continue to check in with some other Westmoreland County municipalities and see how they're doing too. Send it back to you guys.
All right, Jordan, you mentioned how the snow is hitting your face there. You see your hair blowing in the wind. The wind is very much a factor in today's story. We spoke with one woman in Forest Hills today who lost her shovel while she was shoveling. A wind gust came by like that. Tell me, are you seeing a lot of wind gusts where you are?
Yes, I feel like that's probably one of the main issues today is just the wind and the cold weather and the snow just all piled together. It's really not the best of conditions out here. It looks beautiful, as you can see. Like I said, I feel like I'm in a Greensburg themed snow globe, but it's not fun to be out in.
I'm sorry to keep you out in a little bit more. I have one question with you and your photographer. Who are you working with today?
Yeah.
Who's your photographer today?
I'm with John Winston. Shout out to John.
Okay, John.
He's been a huge help today.
John and Jordan out there in Greensburg. So there's a truck behind you. When I'm looking at the road surface behind you, and maybe John Winston, you can help. It looks like it's dark, like you can actually maybe see some of the road. Am I seeing the road surface, or is it just like, getting driven on and getting dirty? Is it just dirty snow?
Yeah, here, I'll step to the side and show you. I mean, you can see a little bit of the road. There's also just a lot of slush and mush from a lot of the cars that are driving on it. Like I said, we've seen a decent amount of cars coming through, not too many. I mean, it is pretty much a ghost town out here, except for the couple of cars going by every now and then. But yeah, you can see some of the pavement, but it is piled up thick on here.
Yeah, Jordan, Now we want to go to Oakland in the city of Pittsburgh. We've got Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Sheldon Ingram, who has covered a few snowstorms in his day. Hey, Sheldon, how are things in Oakland?
Oakland's my old stomping grounds, me and my husband. Them pictures I was showing you were for my cameras in my home. There's one I was missing. It looks shitty. You can't really see it real good. But we got a good bit of snow. We're supposed to get 16.5 inches. I'm going to say we're going to get more than that. I would say there's at least 8 to 10 out there now. And it's supposed to go all through till tomorrow, and then the snow drifts. The last big major snowstorm we had here was in 1993, and that was pretty wild. All right, so I guess that's pretty much all I have to cover right now. I wanted to make sure you guys see that everything I've been stating is true, and I'm really not crazy, and there really is some crazy shit going on from that town since I started yapping at the fucking mouth when I found out my friend went missing. There is a big condemned sign on Chugger's door, and I'm praying to God I'm part of making that happen. I don't know for sure, but it was a fantastic day the day they closed that bar down. That's a win for all the girls that have been SA'd or victimized in that bar. And like I said, I do have a list of at least, I'm going to say 7 or 8 girls. I won't put them out there. But I do hope they will get up and start speaking. And I gave some names today. So you're welcome to write them motherfuckers and ask them if I'm fucking lying. Bring them over here. Tell them come fucking tell me different. Broccoli cheese soup. That's what we made yesterday. Real quick, let me tell you, Kills was in Ernie's chat and she mentioned vegetable soup. And my daughter-in-law was like, hey, you want to go out to Walmart? And this was like late before the snow came, though. My daughter-in-law was like, you want to go out to Walmart? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go get all the shit. So I went out and I bought shit for the snow. We're going to have chili. Last night I made broccoli and cheese. I got shit to make vegetable soup, like real homemade vegetable soup with leeks and parsnips and homemade chicken noodle soup. And I got to see if I have potatoes. I might make some creamy potato soup. I'm not sure. But I'm going to make it all and freeze it. We like to freeze it and have it. So when you have a soup day, when it's cold like this, or when you need a fast lunch, what's better than freaking homemade soup? Oh, and I got shit to make a pot of chili. We're going to do that too. So I'm going to be busy at some point today after 7. But I do plan on coming live again. But anyways, hit that like. Peace and love. Pesamore. I will see you all later today. Bye.